up, YouTube family? Welcome back to this channel. In this video, I am excited to teach you, and we're going over a three-phase journey of how to start and grow a mini claw machine vending business. Wow, what a mouthful. If you're interested in this, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified for the next two videos following this video. So this video is phase one of starting a mini crane business. We're gonna go over the machines, the products inside the machines, whether you should go to China or candymachines.com. And honestly, a lot of information for you. So if this is something you've been interested in, I noticed there was a gap in the market. No one's really talking about how to start a mini crane business. So we're gonna divide these up into 3 videos. Hopefully each video lasting less than 15 minutes. This video should be less than 10 minutes. And I'm gonna kind of break down each machine and all the stuff that I recently spoke about. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so starting a mini crane business is a cool venture. I've been doing mini cranes now for the last year and a half or so. Recently imported 10 machines from China. Took over 100 days. It was the longest process, and I'll kind of break that down as we go into other videos. But you can either import machines from China. That's kind of the first thing. Obviously, you're wondering oh, start a business, import the machines. That is kind of one of the main things you need to know. Or go to candymachines.com, and there are some other names out there that I'm not too familiar with that are selling mini cranes. So you can kind of find those, I guess, on Google. I'm not too sure. But you either have China machines, or, I mean, they're all from China, so I shouldn't say it that way, but you either have a supplier that you work with directly from China and save probably 30 to 40% at the end of it, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on the volume you buy. Or you go to candymachines.com and you have the support from candymachines.com, and you know they test and maintain those machines super well. So, you know, not in terms of maintain the machines, but you know that they tested the machines and those machines are made to sustain good maintenance over a long period of time. Whereas going direct to China, you don't exactly know what kind of machine you're getting. So that's one of the things to consider when you're kind of starting your vending business. You never want to go straight to China and then just buy these machines. Luckily, I already had mini cranes from candymachines.com. I liked how they worked. So then I saw that you could buy machines from China, and I said, okay, I'll take the risk. I'm saving nearly 40% at the end of the day, but I had to wait upwards of 100 days. So they have all your money upwards of 100 days, and you don't know when they're coming, if they're gonna be damaged or what. So that's really kind of the main thing when starting your mini crane business is, do you want to do this, and are you 100% committed to it? Because if you're not, I wouldn't suggest going to China unless you're going to buy probably 10 or 20 of these machines at one time. I imported 10 for my first time. I think my bill was somewhere in the 7,000 range. So each machine costs around $700. I did a 0% interest on a credit card, actually with PayPal. And that was pretty cool because then I was able to place 6 of those machines and started paying down that debt with 0% interest. So it was basically quote unquote free money. Obviously I still had to pay that debt off, and recently did. And I still am sitting on, I think, 4 of those mini cranes that need to go out and get on location. So in the third part of this video, I will be showing you how to get locations, what to pitch, and different pictures and flyers and such to get you guys going, so you can get out there and see, you know, what the interest is in your area, what restaurants say, what pizzerias say, what buffets say, you know, and what is good for these. And something that's also very important, I sit on the board of directors for the National Bulk Vendors Association, and there's a really smart guy who talks about the claw machines and runs a bunch of them. And you know, the biggest thing is mini cranes are not for every location, and not every location is for mini cranes. Sometimes a full-size crane is gonna do absolutely better than a mini crane. So that's something to keep in mind. Obviously, budget-wise, mini cranes are the best for beginners because they are very cheap. Even if you go through candymachines.com, you can get one of these machines for $1,000. So $1,000 machine versus usually cranes are in the $2,500 to $4,500 range, depending on where you buy them. Candymachines.com also supplies those. And obviously this video is not sponsored by candymachines.com. I do have a good relationship with the company, but no means necessary am I sponsoring them. I just know their mini cranes are good. I run their mini cranes. I've had no issues with their mini cranes. And again, I'll also say this because it's not a sponsored video. I haven't had any issues with the imported machines from China. Those machines actually are pretty cool. They have the lockers at the top. I didn't buy the lockers from candymachines.com. And if you don't know what the lockers are, they're kind of lock boxes at the top that basically you put the key inside the, you know, where the crane picks up the prizes, and then people can grab the key and then win the top prize. It's just a little more incentive to get people to play the game. If they see the key, they're gonna go for it, spend a couple more bucks trying to get that prize at the top. It's really cool. I like the concept, you know, and it really just depends on your play ratio and what you want to put at the top for that. but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So we started off with knowing, you know, where should we get the machines? Do we go to China, CandyMachines.com, or other various sources that I don't exactly know the names at this point? AZ Amusement is also one of the ones that I believe sell mini cranes. So do you want to do it this way, stay within America? People already imported the machines. You can get them within a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, or go to China and wait, you know, 90 to 120 days is what it seems, and put your money up front and get the machines a lot cheaper. You know, I will leave the ball in your court to pick what you want to do. And moving on to the next kind of point with starting your mini crane business is, you know, you don't need a lot of money, and you probably are going to want to set up an LLC or doing business as with the IRS, just because this business allows you, if you're going to go to China or you're going to go to CandyMachines.com, those couple $1,000, you know, file it as a write-off within your LLC. If you already have the LLC, then ignore this part and skip to the next part. But once you have the LLC, then once you get the machines and they're starting to operate, you can then write off the cost of those machines for that year of your taxes. So that's also just a benefit to you when you're buying products and such. And moving to products, the products that you put inside these machines, another thing that I haven't done, but maybe towards another series or another video, I am going to import about $1,500 worth of toys and such for the mini cranes. As I get out the next couple cranes that I have, I will need to have a lot more toys for these machines. So I will be showing you guys that. You can import mini crane toys from China, or you can go to CandyMachines.com, who sells awesome plush mixes and even throws in ducks sometimes. I know they were doing that when I did it. They threw in a bunch of rubber ducks. Or you can go to A&A. There are so many friggin' people in this industry willing to help you and give you mini crane plush mixes. I will say this, it isn't as much of an, like there's not as much options for mini cranes as there are for the big cranes. Since the mini cranes are new within the last 3 to 4 years, these things have kind of taken over the crane market in a way. And you see even the big guys running the big cranes know that now mini cranes are a good opportunity for the smaller accounts. The accounts where you don't have, you know, all this massive square footage and you just have 1 square foot, these mini cranes are perfect. They fit within 1 square foot. All you need is an outlet and bam, these things are up and running. So something to consider depending on how you want to move in this business, how cheap you want to start. Obviously now you know China, you're going to import a couple. CandyMachines.com, you can buy 1 or 2. It's going to cost you what 5 would cost you importing yourself, but sometimes importing from China is kind of nerve-wracking for a lot of people. I've been doing it for the last 5-6 years with a lot of business I've started. I've imported from China very often. The biggest thing you want to make sure is that you don't have to pay import duty or taxes. Make sure that's included within the price of the products you are buying. Otherwise, you can get a hefty bill later on for that. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, I think the last part of kind of phase 1 of starting your mini crane business is knowing where you want this to go and checking out in your area who, you know, what locations are going to want these, and you know what kind of commissions are they're going to want. Because you can go out there and maybe talk to 50 businesses, 5 of them are interested, let's say, you know, maybe 2 or 3 will take more than 1 machine. A lot of my mini crane locations, actually, I do place 2 mini cranes next to each other, one with different products than the other, and they kind of compete with each other. And I've seen they make a little more when there's 2 because they take up a little more space. Obviously, if there's just 1 in a little corner, sometimes it doesn't really stand out as well to catch the attention of the people walking by. So that's just a tip I'm throwing out there. But to kind of top the phase 1 of this video off, you know where to get your machines, you know where to get your products, you know you should start your LLC. Now over the next 2 videos, we're going to break down where to get them exactly, importing from China, different ideas that I have for you to import, creating a flyer, creating a brochure, getting out there, locating your machines. Phase 3 is all about locating, how to talk to businesses, what businesses talk to, how to know online that a business is going to be, you know, viable and make you good money, and, you know, going over profit margins, how to set the ratios on the machines, how to install the NIACs. I'm going to break down a lot in these next 2 videos after this. So if you enjoyed this video and you think mini cranes are something that you want to get started in, definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're interested in learning more. There obviously are 2 more videos coming, so I'll see you in the next 2 videos that follow this one. And by the time you watch this, potentially the next videos are already uploaded, depending on the editing of this current video. So I'm excited to help you guys get started in the mini crane business. I'm not an expert by no means. I have 12 of these machines on location, so not a bunch, but definitely will show you the machines, the profit, and the products that I use, get you guys going in this industry so that you have a leg up and kind of know what you're doing before you jump in, have reputable suppliers and such. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video in this 3-part series of how to start and grow your mini crane business. Peace.